Hello, my honeys. I am about to tell you about Visioning Group, which I'm so excited about. It's cold outside, but it's warm in here, and I'm hot because I just did my dance party, which I totally recommend you do before Visioning Group to this song that I just posted, of course. I fucking love this song. It's so good. Beyonce, so get to dancing. And oh my God, so much love's coming through. I love love. Thank you. I wanted to give you some bibliomancy, and I just pulled this book off the shelf. It's called The Mindful Path to Self-Compassion, Freeing Yourself from Destructive Thoughts and Emotions by Christopher K. Germer. I haven't read this book. And the first one I opened to was chapter 7, Caring for Others. And it says, high levels of compassion are nothing but an advanced state of self-interest, which I totally love. That totally fits for the context of Visioning Group, because what we're doing is basically allowing ourselves to open to what it is that we really, really love, to our soul's calling, and to what we care about most, so that it can come right through us and out into our lives. And Visioning Group is a support for that. It's a community for that, and it is a group that allows you to thrive and really reflects. It's no advice giving. It's not a time for suggestions towards your goal. It's really just reflection. So it's a meditative state of awareness where you're sensing into your own physical sensations, into your thoughts, into your feelings, and your mental pictures. So really, like if someone's saying, I really, really, really want to be a singer, I see myself on the stage, I got my feet in my boots, I got my guitar on my hands, and I'm looking out at the crowd, and God, they're looking at me with like total adoration and delight. And then I might see in my own mind, like, oh, I'm seeing this really pretty purple color. It's like black and turns towards red towards the end. It's shimmering, and that would be all you would get. But for some people, that reflection would be like so totally nourishing. So it's not a time for advice, but it is a time for reflection and really support towards your dreams. And we do it every other week. Next week is Mud of the Lotus group, and that's more about where we sift through what is that we don't love, the tender feelings, and the choice to be vulnerable in that way. So it's a different kind of vulnerability, is another way that we create belonging and safety and allow ourselves to emerge through that into creativity. So I'm going to give you one more from here, a bibliomancy, which is something bibliomancy, I learned from Swanee. The word for it, I used to do it a lot. We'll see. I got Appendix A, loved, accepted, adored, adorable, approved of, desirable, entrusted, loved, validated, valued, and welcomed. All right, so that's our bibliomancy for today. So the first thing that we do in Visioning Group is get grounded and into our body. So you could just like take your hands in your own hands and feel along your own body. The dance is a good way to do that, just like a few minutes of dance until you feel your state shift. I was feeling really tired before I started dancing tonight, so I get it. And then another way is just to start to sink in. So taking note of the space around you. What are 4 or 5 things you can see? I can see a green plant. There's a cord running into the wall, my brown boots, a candle, those kinds of things. And then really just start to feel your sit bones wherever you are. If you're standing, feel your feet. And just imagine, use the tool of your imagination to open into the core of the earth. And then opening up into the heavens above you. And just allowing all of that energy or sensation to trickle down through you back into the earth. And this that part of the meditation comes from Maura Smith. She's a wonderful coach and human being, if you want to work with her. And then just start to notice, like, what is really alive for me right now in my physical body. And in Visioning Group, we take all that we want. That's one big pile, right? And most people are weaving like wants and don't wants all the time. Like, I really want this, but this. But in this particular group, we just sorted into 2 piles. So when you actually start talking about what you're creating, the vibration can really get going and you can ride with it. So my recommendation to you is to start with the things that you're sick of, that you're tired of, that are driving you bonkers, that break your heart. And just allow yourself to touch into them. We're not going to hang out there. And this isn't a practice for life in general. This is just during visioning group for 1 hour a week. We're going to suspend reality and sink into the feeling tone of your vision. So go ahead and feel your body as it is in space. Notice what is. And then go to the things towards the things that really break your heart, that just crush you, and tap into them. Feel it. Like, let it be as painful as it is, or infuriating as it is. And then turning your attention towards what you're creating. And here's where an extraordinary amount of vulnerability is needed and a safe container is needed. So what I recommend is coming to visioning group, of course, but if not, you can reach out to me personally. Me and Sarah Hope both do private visioning sessions. Sarah Hope is my co-facilitator who is not here tonight. She's in Mexico, so we're all jealous and with her in Mexico. Yeah, so tap into what it is you're creating. And then the vulnerability part comes when you actually say it out loud. So first it takes a recognition. For me, it took a really long time for me to ever say that I wanted to be a famous singer. And that was first held by my coach, Gina Williams, who said it for me. She was like, you want to be a famous singer? I was like, no, I don't. No, I don't. Why would I ever want that? That's so egotistical, blah, 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 blah. And ultimately, what I do want is to sing. And as I'm reflecting on this new year, I really am, just having a blast. Like, the last 4 days have been so fun. And it's because part of my orientation has changed. So I do have all these structures in place and all these wonderful people that I get to work with, both as clients and as colleagues. And I've also been really focused on what it is that in the moment would be the most self-loving thing that I could do. And in that orientation, I've just been having a blast. So I highly recommend it. And so what I'm creating for this year, and you can start really, 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 really general. That's one strategy if you don't know what to say yet, is to go general. And so for me, that was the singer. Like, I just want to be on a stage. I want people looking back at me, and I still really want that. But now I also want like really specific things. So on January 25th at CU, we're going to be doing a soulful music event, is what we're calling them now. They used to be called concerts. They still are music. And the music is designed to trickle in and open you, and the guided visualizations are really similar to what we do in Vision Group. It's just a little bit more. So everyone gets to speak in Vision Group. Everyone has an opportunity to share, and everyone has an opportunity to reflect. But in the larger group processes, it's more internal, and then there are opportunities to share, but not everyone gets to. So that's part of what we're creating, is that... Oh, excuse me, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, part of what I'm creating for this year is the soulful music events, just them being a complete blast. In June of this year, we're going to let the album loose. So on my birthday, June 23rd, it's actually the day before my birthday, but for my birthday celebration, we're going to be creating an album for you. If you'd like to contribute to that, go to leadersoftheheartunite.com/music, and we will make sure that you get the album as it is. And if you donate up to a certain amount, you get different prizes. So that's really fun. Yeah, so visioning, if someone wants to either type out a vision or something that you're calling in, we can work with your vision, or we can just kind of sit with the vision that's coming through for me. So I see myself at the chapel at CU, and I see students walking in the door, and I'm smiling at them. And so as you sit with me, you might start to notice different thoughts and feelings arising in you. And if you're really sitting with yourself and watching the mental pictures that come through, you can start to see and reflect those to me. And then I would do the same for you. So, you know, what came to mind for me was this like peony-like flower, and it blooming, and I could actually smell the scent of peony and how relaxing that is. And I had a teacher say to me, the soul speaks in images. And that was just so affirming for me, because I agree. So if you want to contact your soul's purpose, go to the mental images, go to the what my mom calls analog, and listen and watch it and reflect it and make it more with your voice. That's what the voice does. It amplifies it. So in the container of something like visioning group or someone that you trust, go tell them, like, this is my like seed of an idea, of a dream. This is what I'm wanting. This is who I want to be. This is how I want my life to come through me. Those are kind of the languagings if you need help with that. Yeah, like let it come through you and then through your voice. And maybe you start with writing. Like everyone's different. But the thing is that we just want to make sure that the first time or first few times that you're sharing, it comes out in a container that's safe. And safety, you know, we could spend entire lives discussing what safety means. Safety comes from within, and it's also partially like reflected in our external world. So in this context, it's a contained group of supportive people who have declared that they're compassionate because that's who we choose to be and that's who we attract. And it's the agreement that we make. So to be part of this crew, you have to have that heart and you have to be a compassionate person. And if you ask people, like I have done this in crowds and said, okay, who here thinks they're a compassionate person? Everybody's hands go up. So I think compassion is a human trait that's actually universal to most or all of us. I know there's like personality disorders or whatever, but we're not going there. So yeah, my recommendation is to tell somebody your vision. And Tony Robbins says, if you can dream it, if you talk about it, it's a dream. If you can envision it, it's possible. So what we're working in is like the realm of possibility. We're creating possibility, which is infinite. And then from there, we send you into dare. So everyone will get an opportunity to dare someone to do something. And then the person who's receiving the dare can either say, no, thank you, I don't want to take that on, or yes, I will take that on. And when you come back the next time, you have the opportunity to say, oh, I didn't follow through on that. Here's why. This is what I want to do instead. Recommit. Or say, oh my gosh, I did this thing. This was the result. It was so cool, whatever it was. So the most recent one that I said I would do was set up the Mud of the Lotus group. I think I kind of like halfway did it. I don't think I fully completed it. But it is happening, and it's next week, same time, Thursday, 5:30. We'll be here sifting through the mud, and it'll be really sweet and tender and like really grounded. Visioning group is more like, what are we going to create? What's out there in the future? So as one of my teachers also said, I have so many teachers. This one's Amber Ryan. Before it was Melissa Michaels. They're both dance teachers, wonderful dance teachers here in town in Boulder. And Amber travels all over the place. So inspiring. She said, we are one of the tribes that asks you to come and express your gifts. Express who you really are through what you really love. So yeah, we're here for you. I'm so excited. We're going to start in 10 minutes. And I'm wondering if there's a song that wants to come through. Yeah. Okay, there's parts to it. So if you start singing, then you'll get the harmony wherever you are. I am holding you to my heart. I am true. I am holding you. I am holding you. Holding you. I am holding you to my heart. I am true. I am holding you. I am holding you. Holding you. I am holding you to my heart. I am true. I am holding you to my heart. I am true. I am holding you to my heart. I am true. I am holding you. I am holding you. Holding you. I am holding you. Holding you. I am holding you. Holding you, I am holding you. Hopefully some of you are singing so you got the harmony parts. What else? I guess the thing that I really, really want people to understand is that this is such a powerful practice, that the results come really fast. Some of the examples include my sister actually, like, I was like, I gotta start this group, and she was like, okay, we'll do it. So me and Morgan, my sister, and her fiance, and sorry, I blew the story. One of the yoga teachers who teaches for yoga in your park, which if you're a yoga teacher, you should get in on. Yeah, so we decided just to start it, and after working together, we did like a 7 directions practice with included visualization, and Morgan decided she was just like so ready to take the leap. So it's a catalyst. It's like she wanted to get married and then spend her summers in Maine, and so that's what she did. Instead of hesitating on it, she was like, oh, the path is so clear, like of course I'm going to ask Melanie to marry me. So they're getting married. I'm so happy about that. Other things that have happened are people are like, I'm going to quit this job, or I want to quit this job, but the fear is there, and they're like, oh, well, I have the resources to take care of myself if I take the leap. And these are the kinds of things that happen. Like this guy quit his job. He moved down to Colorado Springs. He's like really on a roll. And then for me personally in my life, I had been calling in relationship, and that's starting to happen, so that's amazing. And yeah, and on. They go from like as simple as one person wanting to have more grace and peace as they walk through their world, and that like coming to fruition in the moment and beyond, all the way through like really big life events like getting engaged to be married, or moving, or quitting a job that doesn't feel like it's in alignment with your truth. And your values. Really, the values part is super important. Yeah, so we're going to start in 6 minutes, and make sure you do your dance party. Seriously, it'll get you amped. Mwah, love you. Oh, I'll put the link in the comments here. Where is it? Copy. Paste. Join us. Bye.